Is there ever a better time to work our way through a list of the best PS4 adventure games than when we are stuck in our homes, mostly limited to the constricting environments of our bedrooms? Most times, the escapism found in adventure games feels like a savior, so it feels important right now. For more than an hour, we may not be able to go outside, but the entries on this list should be more than enough to whisk us away for days on end. In this video, I will show you some best PS4 adventure games. But before we start this video, please subscribe to my channel Games Puff and press the bell icon for more gaming videos. So without any further ado, let's start this video. The first game of this video is Batman Arkham City. The Batman Arkham series, generally considered one of the finest examples of superhero games around. It managed to integrate an assortment of famous characters from Batman's past into a modern approach to the story of Bruce Wayne, where there was no excessive effort to offer a new origin story to the Caped Crusader. Batman Arkham City brought with it a diverse emphasis on hand-to-hand action and a few bat weapons. There are several classic Batman villains to battle, all while living up to the name of Gotham's greatest detective faithfully and hiding in the shadows of an intimidating super prison. Next up we have Far Cry 4. In making quirky, profoundly unhinged villains, the Far Cry series has always excelled, and this fourth franchise is no exception. Far Cry 4 may actually have the greatest antagonist these games have ever seen. I mean, how could anyone forget about Pagan Min? You will come across Min time and time again in your quest to free the fictional Himalayan country of Kyrat while you team up with rebel forces and ride elephants to your heart's content. Next up we have Fallout 4. Now might not seem to be the perfect time to revisit a post-apocalyptic environment that has been reduced to ghost cities from what seems to be once great cities, but hey, what better way is there to adapt to the outside world's desertion? At times, Fallout 4 might be gloomy, what with all the nuclear destruction and that, but it ultimately presents us with lands that are rich in detail to explore, inhabited by unforgettable characters, robot detectives, radio lovers gaulified, and plan for the opportunity to build your own community on it. Next up we have Assassin's Creed Origins. Assassin's Creed Origins takes us back to ancient Egypt and helps us to explore a world before the Brotherhood. The player gets to storm their way through deserts and forgotten cities as Bayek, a Medjay and eventual founder of the Secret Order of the Assassins, whether on horseback or camelback, and in the company of key political figures of the period. Next up we have Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor. It may be risky to produce video games based on highly popular movie series and book adaptations. There have too many cases where iconic films have been turned into horrible games. Does anyone recall Quantum of Solace's Activision version? No? Me neither, and ended up feeling meaningless. Fortunately, in the case of Middle-earth Mordor's Shadow, the creators did a great job doing justice to the world of Tolkien by introducing us to non-canon characters and expanding this incredibly detailed universe even further. Next up we have Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. Has the rise of Skywalker fulfilled all your quenches associated with Star Wars? If not, you should leap straight into a galaxy far, far away once more and live out your greatest galaxy dreams right here as a Jedi. The Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order plot starts as players are paired with a Jedi Padawan who has been in hiding years after the notorious Order 66 was executed and whose training was cut short and who soon finds himself trying to restore the old order. You will team up with a friendly little droid in true Star Wars style and end up meeting more than a few familiar faces as you explore an ever-expanding galaxy. Next up we have Shadow of the Tomb Raider. Shadow of the Tomb Raider, the final piece in the puzzle that is Lara Croft's early years of raiding tombs. This game is a satisfying and intriguing end to Lara's tale of birth. Lara's character has remained a staple in the world of adventure gaming since 1996, and the reboot that started in 2013 only cemented her role as a behemoth of action and resolving the historical mystery. Next up we have Marvel's Spider-Man. When it swung back onto the platform back in 2018, this PS4 exclusive turned out to be quite a success. Marvel's Spider-Man was the perfect reminder that among the greatest and most important heroes of all time, there will still be just a kid from Queens in a modern world that can often feel oversaturated with fresh and improved superheroes. With savvy game mechanics that make you feel like you are actually swinging around the New York skyline from one iconic landmark to another. Next up we have Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus. Perhaps there is nothing more rewarding than taking down hordes of Nazis over and over again, while still fusing a souped-up super suit with your body. Wolfenstein 2: The New Colossus may be the first game ever to feature an entire sequence in which you come face to face with Adolf Hitler on Venus, playing the role of B.J. Blazkowicz once again in the umpteenth entry in the legendary series. The last game of this video is God of War. The trials and tribulations of Kratos, the notorious Spartan god and harbinger of destruction in the ancient world, are certainly remembered by everyone who owned a console back in 2005. Even if you did not play the original series of God of War, the remake made for the PS4 in 2018 is brilliant and time-consuming enough to take the mind of someone right now away from all that is going on around us. You assume the role of Kratos in a touching story based around father and son in what initially seems to be an unassuming journey to disperse the ashes of his late wife and the mother of his son. So that's the list of 10 best PS4 adventure games to play in 2021. If you enjoy this video, hit the like button and subscribe to my channel Games Puff and press the bell icon for more gaming updates.